Do you like timeless classics?
Yes.
Are you looking for curated designer vintage?
I am
actually.
You are? You guys are in the market?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I have some breaking news for you.
Spill.
Look no further than Funny Girl Vintage, your go-to destination for curated, one-of-a-kind vintage pieces that'll have you looking and feeling amazing. And they have a showroom in Culver City. You can book your one-on-one style consultation at funnygirlvintage.com or on their Instagram at funnygirlvintage. And guess what, ladies?
What?
For our podcast listeners, you can get 10% off using the code NIGHT.
How do you spell that?
NIGHT for 10% off, and we thank Funny Girl Vintage for sponsoring this episode. Welcome back to Night School. I'm Jessie Zand.
I'm Alana Cloud Robinson.
I'm Isabella Hunter.
So Kalyn, our executive producer and lovely BFF of the pod, helped us put together some topics but provided zero context. So we have Chet Hanks Goes Country. I've texted her to ask her what and where, but no response.
Should we Google Chet Hanks Goes Country?
I tried to. I couldn't find anything.
Look at his
Has he?
Instagram.
She sent it to me. She sent it to me.
Okay.
California mentioned.
I'm such a fan. I'm bumping this. Is it not on Spotify?
Not yet.
Chet, what the hell?
What
teasing.
the hell? He's teasing us.
What?
Chet, it's me. Chet, it's me,
Chet,
Alana.
it's her. Look, we love Hootie. We love Darius Rucker's solo stuff, like Wagon Wheel cover, great. But Chet Hanks
love
has.
it. Oh my God.
There's space for everyone in country.
Wait, how do I listen to this song?
I don't know. We'll ask Kalyn.
Carolina,
California. You gotta blast him when you get home.
No wrong.
He can do no wrong.
He can do no
Except
wrong.
trying to get you to sign up for his workout program aggressively.
Yeah. Honestly, in retrospect, it was a good deal. I should have done it. I could have been in the best shape of my life
You
right
still
now.
could.
Well, it got
babe.
us 40,000 views on Instagram, so not all loss.
Yeah,
It's true.
there we go.
I really want a redemption arc. Chet, come on the pod.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, Chet, if you
Chet.
could come on the pod.
We can talk about your country album.
We can talk about your
love
country
That's
album.
honestly dream. I know we talked about dream guests at one
Yeah.
point in time. I think Chet Hanks would be my dream guest.
Yeah. I would really love for him to unpack like what happened with his fitness program. Also, I'd really love to hear just what happened with, the Jamaican accent, like where he landed with all of that. How did Tom feel about it? Like, how did Rita feel? Like,
Who cares about Tom? It's all about Chet.
What? Who the fuck is Tom Hanks?
Yeah.
It's all about
Rita,
Chet.
Tom, huh?
Chet Hanks, Wagwan.
Wait, I need him and Flo in the
Bombaclat.
same room.
I
'Cause
know.
She's actually Jamaican.
Yeah.
She love him.
She did.
He does the shit out. It's amazing. He has foreign accent syndrome.
He does.
He had a minor stroke/migraine.
Yeah. I'm just start just telling little lies as facts. Did you know that Chet Hanks actually has foreign accent syndrome?
What?
So if you make fun of Chet Hanks for the Jamaican accent, you're making fun of someone with a disability.
Ability. Yeah.
And that makes you,
A terrible
An
person.
ableist.
An ableist. Yeah.
and that is the
It's
worst
foreign
thing you
accent
can be.
syndrome. Mm-hmm. And that's a true fact.
The other thing we had on here was Gypsy Blanchard
Gypsy
clothing
Rose
hauls.
Blanchard.
Whatever.
Gypsy
Why
Blanchard.
did you make that sound derogatory?
Bieber?
It's a person's
Haley-
name, Gypsy
Haley
Rose
Rode-
Blanchard.
She said Road as in Haley Road. Bieber.
So I guess this is her cleaning out Ken's closet and buying maternity clothes.
This is Ken's closet, but I do have a couple of outfits whenever I sleep over.
Someone tell her
and I
PO
spend a
she's
couple
living
of days
somewhere
here.
else.
So I'm just kind of organizing.
I've never seen someone adjust to the outside so quickly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She really walked out that prison and was like, prison who?
Yeah. Mom, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She just hit the ground running.
Her dating life has been more active than both me and Izzie's.
Yeah. Credit where it's due.
Yeah.
We could learn a thing or two.
You be eating good food,
Yeah.
looking,
Fucking.
all the things you can't do in prison.
Yeah. Well,
You can in prison.
she may have had a hey mamas moment.
Yeah.
We don't know.
I want to know who Gypsy Rose Blanchard's stud wife was.
Yeah.
Even if it's just PR, that's how she completes the arc.
Yes.
Some woman gets out of prison and she's like, that's my baby. That's
That's
mine.
mine. That's
Gypsy.
mine.
And then she's been leaving. She keeps getting together with men and then leaving, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's like a thing.
Yeah.
I know she's become quite controversial because everybody was really celebrating her and then people started like hating on her because they were surprised that she's like psychologically damaged and is like a weird kind of pathological liar and stuff. I'm like, what else do you expect? She's like super abused.
She convinced someone to kill her mom.
But also
her
she
mom was wrong.
She was deeply abused
Yeah.
like as a child, and
She
it's
was,
like
like,
no
a sick
wonder that
kid.
she developed like obviously like a personality disorder.
Yeah.
So people were hating on her because I think they wanted her to be this like perfect example
Yeah,
of like the prison system failed and now, and it's like, no, it didn't fail in this
No.
situation.
No.
Didn't fail. Justice was probably served.
Yeah.
But she still deserves to like, slay on the outside now. And
Yeah.
also it's like we made her a celebrity. We didn't
Yeah,
need to do
we
that.
really
When people
did.
hating on
Yeah.
her now, I'm like, you made her a celebrity. She's doing closet hauls because of us now. So what if she wants to just like run through men and lie about things?
Yeah.
That's her
Let
right.
her lie.
These are $1 head massages on
That looks
TikTok in India.
like assault.
He's about to fuck up his head. I just know. Yeah. Fuck it up. You can get all up in there. My braids could never. Slapping the shit out of your bald head. He is actually slapping hair off his head. Look, he's gotten balder from the start of the video.
Actively losing his hair.
Yo, Rogaine.
Yo, Turkish hair transplant on my way.
I need this so badly.
I know. Well, you can go to like a Korean scalp spa.
They're not going to beat it up like this.
No, they're not
true.
gonna beat it up like this.
They're gentle.
This was my favorite.
Oh my God.
That actually is like hitting the certain part of my
Yeah.
autism real nicely.
Give me a concussion.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Y'all.
Y'all. Look at him. He's just getting in. He's just
Yes.
getting in there.
Yes.
Yeah. Slap it. Slap that head. Slap that head. Get it dirty. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Justin Bieber's 31.
Yo, is Justin Bieber okay, though? Can we talk about that for a second?
I think he's just like smoking weed and maybe like hates being a father. Just kidding.
I don't know. I think
it's worse.
I think it's worse.
I think it's a lot worse.
Yeah, I
Or
really hope
coke.
he's okay. It seems like Selena got engaged and it's just been downhill for him.
I think it's more related to the
Diddy.
Diddy stuff, like the trauma
Yeah.
of that, all of that.
Woof.
Because even if it's like, who knows, we don't know necessarily what happened, but there's enough
Anecdotal
conspiracies
evidence.
and things. And it's like, even just like, if he did sustain the traumas that people are speculating he did, it's like people are making TikTok breakdown videos every 2 minutes of like
Us included.
what happened with like slowed down videos of like
Yeah.
that scene of him in the club with all like the guys and all that kind of stuff.
When I lived in Atlanta, we filmed in this really weird, cool house that was of a record producer owned it. And he told us that when Justin Bieber threw a party once, they found like meth outside on the lawn.
Whoa.
And so that's kind of like
Allegedly.
allegedly. And I'm not saying Justin was doing the meth. There was probably a lot of people at the party, but just that he was hanging out with those people as
Yeah,
a teenager.
That's rough.
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
I feel really bad for him, honestly.
Me
do
too.
My Pisces king, my Pisces brother.
Yeah, I feel bad because it's just like, even I can't imagine. It's like, it's bad if those things didn't happen to you and people were talking about it. It's worse if they did happen to you
Totally.
and people are speculating about it and like gossiping about it and trying to like crack the conspiracy.
How do you guys think it would feel if he just like unburdened himself and talked about it? Do you think it's like so horrific it like he couldn't, or
Yeah,
I hope
wouldn't
that
wanna
I mean,
rehash that.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Probably.
I feel like on some level it would free you.
yeah. Maybe he
'cause-
has at his church.
That's true. Yeah,
Maybe he
at
has it at
church.
his church, but like, I don't know. It's like, if I were him, that's probably the environment that I would unburden myself in. Because unburdening people are so callous now.
Yeah.
Even if he did, the sort of period of time of people feeling empathy for it would pass so quickly. And then it would just be people making jokes. Because remember, even with the Diddy thing with the baby oil?
Yeah. It was
The
every
first-
late
the
night
moment that-
comic. Yeah.
The moment that story broke, it was so disturbing. Like, oh
Yeah.
my God, like these thousands of bottles of baby oil. Like, imagine, what does that mean? Like, all this thing. And then within 20 minutes of the social media cycle, it was the biggest joke.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. It's like the unburdening. It's like unburden and then like move to Madagascar and have no cell service,
Yes.
maybe.
Yeah.
That's the option. That's
Yeah.
why I think he hasn't said anything because like
Yeah.
he's so clearly kind
Everybody
of
already
wants a normal
knows. It's
life.
like,
yeah.
He has a wife and a kid and he's trying to
Yeah.
keep it I think that's kind of what he's doing now
Yeah.
is
They're horrible
Coping.
allegations. Yeah.
Coping.
It's like the reality of whether you allow your mind to follow the trail or not, of like what happens when Usher gives temporary custody of you to Diddy for like 72 hours or whatever the fuck, when his parents gave them temporary
Oof.
custody. It's like,
He
Who
doesn't want to
knows?
relive that. I think that's
No.
probably why might be possibly spiraling is like people are like talking about it and he doesn't want to. If that happened to
Yeah.
me, I would literally never want to remember it or speak about it or like.
Yeah. I actually really like, there was like a video actually when Candace Owens was talking about it, and she was talking about like, kind of just talking about that similar thing about the lack of empathy that people have for like watching someone who grew up in the media unravel, and how we're like, kind of like dance. And it's like, it's very sad. Like,
Yeah.
No, we've all become, I think I've been saying this and I haven't heard anyone else say it ever, but that doesn't mean it hasn't been said. I think the comment section has actually like destroyed society because
so scary.
having the ability to comment on anything, like there was a time when there was not a comment section. You would just ingest media and then form your own opinion.
That's so true. The comment section is like the scare. It's
so scary.
because also you don't know who is real and who's a bot. You know, it was like that whole
I
thing where they
know.
found out there's like troll farms in like Macedonia where it's just people like
I don't think half the people on X or Twitter
Are
are
real.
real.
Yeah.
Even if they have real photos.
Yeah.
Even if they. I
but
could get
people, but
into
real
this.
people are engaging with it and are being activated by
Yes.
it and then
And
feeding into
AI
it.
is so smart. And this
Yeah.
whole discussion came up in our comments. And that's another example of the comment section is that everybody has an opinion.
Yeah.
Everyone has to not only have one, but state it. It's fine to have an opinion. I think everyone should have an
I think
opinion.
if you have a private profile, you shouldn't be allowed to comment on things.
Yeah, it's all the mean comments are always from private profiles.
I think
It
you
is
have
very cowardly to like throw your, especially
Yeah.
when they're negative comments and you're
Yeah.
throwing it into the.
No, I
It's
think
low
if you want to
vibrational.
comment, you should have to have a public profile because it's in the public record anyways, and you don't get to have anonymity just because.
And if you wouldn't say it out
choose a
loud
profile setting,
or write it with your name attached, why are you saying that? Why do you need to hide to say something?
yeah, no,
That's-
I'm like,
I don't
That's showing
believe.
your
I don't necessarily
values.
believe in the
yeah,
culture of
person who said my eyeliner was fucked up,
She'll remember that
a
forever.
man
like. Yeah.
who can't even fucking probably put on eyeliner, you pussy.
See, I'm not a pro doxer myself.
Well, he commented on it.
I think because I
so-
live in constant fear of being doxed myself, that something would happen and I would be doxed. But I don't like to
How's
throw.
my
I live
eyeliner
I live
down,
in a house of
bitch?
glass. I cannot possibly throw stones. My house is
Meanwhile,
glass.
I have a bazooka just loaded. Like,
Meanwhile, I'm pretty sure I'm being followed by like a PI or something. So
what?
maybe I'm schizophrenic. I don't know. I really do feel like there was a car on my street and the car was like on and it's been there twice now.
There have been a series of burglaries in my neighborhood done by like, and they like been posting about it on Nextdoor and like posting like, hey, these the Toyota Camrys or whatever are like back because they were all, it was like a string
the
of robberies.
Toyota Camrys.
But done by like Toyota Camrys. So my nosy ass like pulled up in my Prius and
The
I
cars.
yeah, it was the cars, yeah.
Pull up with the Prius.
I
You're
pulled
like,
up with the Prius and I saw a Toyota Camry and I was like, skirt, and like turned around and I like rolled down my window with my flash on just to like fuck
Wait,
with them.
you in a Prius?
Me and a
and
Prius.
them in a Toyota Camry.
Yeah, yeah, because they were just idling with their lights on, looking at houses.
Let's
and I
get
was
let's get a new Fast and Furious movie.
yeah. Me and the Prius was just fucking
Prius
whipping.
versus Toyota Camry.
I was like, I like pulled up next to him and I actually no, I pulled up and I got out of my car and I just had my phone on with the light and they like freaked out and they like literally did a like burnout on my street to get away. And I was like,
but what if it was like
It's
an
just some black guy
innocent-
sitting in his car and he's like, holy shit, this white woman just pulled her phone out and shining it on my oh shit.
Jesse's keeping the neighborhood safe. You need neighborhood watch? No, you don't.
No,
have
you need
I'm just
Jessamine
imagining it's like
Jordan's
not.
hand.
I'm just imagining it's
Not
not
related.
so
Yeah.
unrelated to this,
Yeah.
and they're just like, "Oh shit!" They're so faded.
yeah.
Oh fuck.
If they had been smoking weed, I would have been like, you're good, buddy.
How do you know they weren't? What were they
'Cause
doing?
He
Were they
just tossed
sitting?
the blunt out the window, and he's sitting there just high as balls, going, "This is the highest I've ever been in my
No,
life."
all the windows were rolled up. All the windows were rolled up, and there was
You just see
another
a
car
light.
on. There were two cars parked next to each, like across the street from each other,
Oh,
both with their
yeah,
lights
probably
on.
criminals.
Yeah, yeah, and it was the same type of cars that
Dumb
were
criminals too. Why are you hitting the same street?
because it's a lot of people in my neighborhood like go on vacation and like
Mm,
whatever, and so I was like, oh, I like hold my beer, like I'm about to pull up. I was like taking photos, and they were like,
Meanwhile, I have almost a foot on you, and I would never ever confront someone ever, even if they were a criminal. I'd be like, oh,
No.
nope, Not going to talk to
You
you.
gotta learn how to out crazy somebody. Because like if somebody
That's
thinks
true.
if you got that look in your eye where you're like they don't know what you're gonna do and you're like
Yeah.
I'm about to literally use my
Blow the
fangs to
shit
like
up.
I'm gonna bite your neck and like just fucking eat your trachea. Like they lose.
Might I suggest a different? What I've always done, like when I've been like when I would take the bus when I was in high school and stuff, I would always, if there was some guy hanging around, somebody that made me feel uncomfortable in some way, I would always turn and just start chatting with them. Because
No,
it's like,
you never engage.
no.
Never
Because
engage.
if it's different, if they're like clearly like there's something off with them, but if it's somebody that you feel like it's like a thing because one, it's you're talking to them. There's like a couple things they talk about. Like if someone had the intention of like doing something to you, that they're going to be less likely to attack you because you could ID them. If you've been talking to them, you know their face
I
now.
have heard that.
And there was one time where I did it. Oh, this is if you're a woman, like this pissed me off so much. I was at the bus when I was like, like 18, and this guy walked over, and creepy guy, and there was a woman sitting with me at the bus stop, and she was probably 30 and I was 18, and she got up and left. And it was like, okay, he's not gonna get both of us, and now he's just gonna get me. I think that's so fucked up when women leave other women in public in situations like that. I think it's so wrong. You should always make sure that she's okay. But I was alone then, so I was just like, I'm just gonna start talking to him. And it turned out he was like really odd and was like just some like weird guy, but he was really sweet. And he was like, you shouldn't be riding the bus by yourself, and was like kind of like ferried me to my destination.
Aw.
And he was really nice. But I was kind of like one of the things that I feel like they used to talk about that. Who knows? They don't really talk about what women should do for like self-defense type stuff anymore.
No.
It's just like
They're like, yeah, use the secret code if you're in like
more, but it's more like if you're being trafficked, this is what you do. But there's nothing really around like stranger danger as much as when we were like growing up. And that was one of the things they always said was like, talk to them. I would be like, what time is it? Like, oh God, like, how's your day going? Stuff like that.
I'll always look at someone.
Yeah.
I have a happy middle between your two methods. If someone's being sinister, you simply start talking to them, like Alana said, like just start a conversation, but then
And then you go, what? Who said that?
something like that. Be like, well, I'm on the way to go see, my friend has heard about a triceratops that's up in the hills, so I'm going to go kill it. Like something that's so batshit that the person's going to go, oh no, okay. Next.
You might not recognize me with my hair on, but I'm actually Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Like, what?
No, I just like look at them and I'm like, this is gonna be a hard target for you to try and take down. Like, know that like I will get your DNA under my fingernails and like you won't be leaving. With
I
all
understand
of your
why you need
appendages.
to go
like,
that way because you are very petite.
Yes.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
I was going to say the
I
same
don't.
thing.
I
Yeah.
can't. You can't, as my height, you can't engage because then they're like, oh,
yeah.
she's willing. No, you got to
Yeah.
stand.
Izzie and I are
you have to stand in
slightly
the
less.
corner
True.
like Nosferatu and just look at them.
I'm trying to imagine Greco-Roman wrestling you right now, and I feel like just based on limbs alone, it would be a
long.
done
I
deal.
have a crazy wingspan.
Like you'd get just one, like just I feel like you just very
Wait, that's
easily
actually that's a
maneuver me
great.
to
Wait, that's
the
actually a
edge.
great question
I'm
though.
scrappy.
Like, which one of us would win in a Greco-Roman fight?
I feel like you bite.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I bite.
I honestly
Yeah.
feel like I do.
Scratch.
I'm not strong. I'm not
I turn it. I just go
strong. I'm
immediately into a
clumsy.
roly-poly. I protect my
Inside.
my soft belly, and I curl up in a ball. But my strategy is usually to become heavy and solid so that I can't be moved. So I'll hook onto your foot, and I'll sit on your foot, and I'll hook on really tight, and just be like an
Yeah.
immovable force. And
I
you'll be
won't-
like, get off my!
I'm
trying
like,
to shake
give
me
me your
off.
nose.
I
Yeah.
have no strategy. I'm fucked. I'm just like, woo, scream.
I can't. If it comes down to
Yeah,
it, I can.
if it came
be.
down to it, I think you would.
I adopted this dog. She's a mess, whatever. She's like a German Shepherd. But now her biggest op is like the Amazon delivery guy or the mail guy because they come
Okay.
to our house and she hates that.
Yeah.
So when she sees them, I'll like pull on her leash because she will go crazy. Like she will pull me over if I don't have a handle on her. And when I pull her leash, she turns to me and she jumps on me and pushes me with such force that it like actually kind of hurts.
It kind of sounds like she's one of those dogs that's trained to like keep people from hurting themselves when they have seizures.
Yeah.
Are you sure she's not just like medically qualified to prevent
She
you from
could
having a
be.
seizure?
She's so smart.
Because have you seen those videos? They go up to
Yeah.
their owner and
Yeah.
they like push them over, and the
Yeah.
owner's like, "What the fuck?"
I
And then
saw
they
one.
start seizing.
I saw one of a border collie that sensed its owner was about to faint, and she
Oh,
was
yeah,
like
I saw
unloading
it,
the
yeah.
dishwasher, and he like grabbed her and like put her to the ground and like forced her
Oh, I
down,
think I
and then
saw
like
this.
went up and grabbed her meds off the table and
She wouldn't do
and
that
water
for
out of
me.
the fridge.
and closed the fridge behind
She
him.
does know how to get into the fridge, but she just eats the raw steak. She doesn't like do anything helpful.
Maybe she's rusty.
Yeah, yeah.
She's
We
forgotten
need
her
to
training.
retrain.
We need to take her to the
Retrain.
Zoom room.
Yeah.
Shout out Zoom room.
Shout out
honestly.
Zoom room. Yeah.
What's the Zoom room?
Where dogs go to learn. Kiko has
You're
bit my
Albanian.
Ugg boot. Alfie punches me every
Kiko
day.
bit me. I can attest to
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Like, Kiko's a biter.
It's
Kiko's
funny that your
scary.
new dog is like actually like better. Is like lived on the street its entire life and is like somewhat better trained than Kiko.
I feel like she had a home
Kiko
once.
has PTSD.
Kiko has
Kiko's a
Albanian.
war
Kiko was
vet.
like
yeah.
severe. I mean, his ears were cut off. If
Yeah.
that happened to you, you'd be like,
Yeah.
I'd be
Crazy
even
too.
more insane than I am now. Yeah.
yeah.
But Alfie is just like really sweet randomly. She's barks so much.
She's
and
so
she's so
sweet.
scary to like an outsider. But once you have you met her yet?
No, I haven't.
She's
Oh my
such
God,
a
you'll
cuddle
love her.
bug.
She's beautiful. She's also makes Kiko look petite.
Yeah.
She's so big.
really.
She's huge.
huge.
Like now, Izzie doesn't need a gun. She's got the dog.
No,
Wow.
I feel so safe.
Yeah.
In public, people are like, "What?" They're like, "Pretty dog.
Yeah.
Don't attack me."
I've actually never met a dog of that breed with this demeanor.
Wow.
Because it's actually such a sweetie pie and it has no aggressive
so
tendencies.
sweet. No,
like
she
Kiko's
never-
arguably a little bit more aggressive than
Yeah.
she is.
But it's
Oh,
made
yeah, just a
him-
little bit.
Yeah.
But it's also
It wasn't even on 4th of July. It was just the week of 4th of July when Kiko
Yeah.
It was
bit
in
me.
anticipation.
Kiko was like, there could be a firework somewhere. I'm just going to do it. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna bite the black girl.
I'm going to bite you on the ass because
he's bit white girls harder too, so don't make him
Kiko's
racist
actually
too.
an
He's
ally.
a biter.
Yeah.
He gave you a love bite. That was a
yeah,
love
just
bite.
because he's a white dog doesn't mean he's not
He's
an ally.
Albanian. When Alana and I were in Paris,
Bad
we were like,
roommates.
"Why are the dogs so well behaved here?" And then we realized they beat their dogs there.
Yeah.
So
No, it was like we were like, oh my god, they're so amazing. Then we saw this woman like like yank the fuck out of the dog. We're like, oh, the dogs are mortally terrified here.
yeah,
They're afraid for their lives.
They're like, I'm going to be turned into a baguette.
They don't even step. They literally don't step off the curb.
Yeah.
Like they're not on leashes and they don't step off the curb. And I was like, amazing. And then I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
because
that's
they
why.
did that one time,
Yeah.
and never again.
And then we saw a dog inside a restaurant, just like a huge dog laying down, wearing a Raf Simons sweatshirt. I was like, the dogs are wearing more expensive clothes than I
Yeah.
am.
The dogs in
But they're
France
being
really know.
beaten.
The dogs in France know they're French.
Yeah, they do.
It's
they definitely
very
do.
interesting, and they're very cute.
French, yeah.
I'm not a crazy like I'm not as it's known. I'm not like a really big dog person. But I really enjoy the dogs there. I was at a restaurant once, like a nice restaurant, and this husky came over, just put its head in my lap, and I was like, I think it's disgusting that you're here, but you're very cute.
I think you'd love Pinky. I think Pinky could change your opinions on
Really?
dog. Yeah, because she's like,
He's like a fairy.
she's a fairy. Like she's a literal angel. Like
No,
my
she is.
cats are
She's
worse.
so
There's
tiny.
dogs that I do appreciate. Like I honestly really do love Kiko.
even though he bit you.
Yeah, because I just feel like
He's
I
sweet.
love Kiko because I like.
He's
but
tragic.
Pinky, I think
And
why
he also
you like,
he likes me.
Yeah.
And he'll always like come and like lean against me, and then
Yeah.
he'll be upset if I stop petting him, which I always.
I
He's
think you
actually
like
cute.
Pinky because like she doesn't shed. She literally just sleeps all day and like wants to just be next to a warm body and like is truly the most low maintenance dog you've ever
That's
met
fun.
and just like is like the cutest. You saw her the other day on FaceTime.
Yeah.
Like she's literally a teddy bear fairy angel. Like
She is very cute.
angel.
Yeah.
Like my mom was like, it's so funny. Like Pinky acts like a cat compared to the cats because the cats are like the cats act like dogs. Like the cats piss on shit all the time.
No, they act like
I love
wild
those cats.
I fucking hate.
I love
those
those
cats.
cats.
I know.
We
they're
have to do an episode one day where you
you bring-
come
oh.
over. Oh, I know I would not bring them here. Are you out of your mind? Do you know the type of bodily damage I would incur by trying to move them? That is not for the faint of
I
heart.
bring
I
Alfie.
love. There's nothing I love more than like just cats that just fuck shit up.
Oh,
Yeah,
these
but,
cats
like,
are
those are hers.
demons.
Where you're just, like, living in
demons.
terror.
Constant
Yes.
terror. First of all, one of them we can't even like put a pill down its throat because it's almost 20 pounds. It's 17 and a half pounds. It has no, like, so you know how you usually hold them, like, by their necks?
No scruff?
No scruff. It's just traps. It just is traps. Like, you can't even grab. So
What kind of cat? They're
Savannahs.
Savannahs. Oh, okay. I don't
And
know. I always thought they were servals, so I was imagining them way bigger and even more like fucking.
well, they're part
house.
serval.
Okay.
They're part serval,
Yeah.
part Bengal. So the smaller one has way
need to
more
Google it.
serval in him. Ziggy, he's like, that cat is, we say he rides the short bus because he really is not all here. That cat is not all here. I think the one that he came out with, it was him and another cat in the womb or whatever, and the other one took way more of the nutrients because he is not all here.
Are they related?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
wow.
those two aren't
Oh,
related.
they're not at all what I. Oh, are they that big?
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
an
quite
F.
that
That's an
big.
F1. That's
F1?
that's one generation from a serval.
I
Mine's
want
an
that.
Mine's an F3, but they
I
piss
want-
on everything.
I love the idea of like, you know, Maine Coons are my
Yeah.
favorite cats.
Oh,
Because I love
same.
the idea of like
They're
having,
great though, because they're
I
like
love the idea of an
floofy and, like,
animal where like, you know, you're somebody like the cat walks in the room and you go, oh shit.
I know.
It's here.
That's funny.
that's how I
Yeah.
feel about
Oh.
Ziggy. Listen to this cat snore.
That sounds like a person. That's really
That's
terrifying.
really cute. I love cats. I have crazy.
You guys need a cat.
We
My
really
favorite
do.
Scottish fold with the little faces.
Ziggy's like, fuck. Ziggy is old.
40?
Ziggy is.
40.
They got him when I was 15. I'm 28.
15
Like
or 13.
13, yeah. But he like this is him, and he's like constantly bit.
Oh,
What do you have to say this morning? I know. The state of the world.
This is my dream. I need a Maine Coon. I need a big house. I need a Maine Coon, and I need a wall terrarium that has 3 giant pythons in it. Or no, it's 2 giant pythons in it. But my bit is whenever someone comes over, I go, "There's 1, 2." Oh shit! Supposed to be a 3rd one. Just stress people out.
that's a good one. That's like a dad joke.
It is
That's
a
a
dad
classic dad joke.
I would fucking hate that. I'd be like, what the fuck
be like,
do you
let's
mean?
find him.
But the twist is that there is a 3rd one.
Yeah.
And I let it out. And you're at,
fun.
and we're eating dinner, and all of a sudden it just
They're
comes to
like
the room.
And I'm like,
Aren't
why is
they?
my legs so tight? Like,
Who's
like,
massaging
I'm like, why is Jesse purple?
yeah.
me? She's like,
Yeah.
can't breathe.
Yeah.
Okay, so my roommate's cat decided it just like hated me, and it would break into my room. Like my door would be closed, it would somehow push it open because it was a cheap house, and it would pee on my bed.
Oh, and cat pee is the worst. It's not like dog pee. Dog pee
It's so
doesn't have that
gross.
much of an
She'd
odor.
pee on my
Cat pee has like
comforter.
ammonium in it, so it's
Mm.
like it will.
Boys are worse than girls. Also,
Yes,
I will say
yes.
the boy cat
We have
pee,
2
get a
boy
girl cat.
cats.
Really?
But it's still cat pee is cat pee.
It still's gross.
It's fucking
But, you
foul,
know, it
and they
can-
piss on everything. Everything.
Not all cats do, but
My
yours
cats.
do. This cat just pissed on my bed and sometimes the couch, but she would always break into my room and piss on it, and it was hard to live with her. My
So
roommate was
she really
great.
was like didn't like you. Like that's
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah,
sign
she
that a
literally,
cat
and I
hates you.
loved her, so
Yeah.
it just like didn't make sense. But then obviously I stopped loving her after a while. But
You know, Kalyn put that bullet on there because she wants me to talk about our roommate that set our house on fire. So I went to DC for 3 months in college because I had dreams of, I don't know, whatever the fuck, changing the world. Those died. Now I do a podcast. And I left for 3 months, and I left Pinky with Kalyn and the other roommate because I just felt like at the time Pinky and the cats weren't acclimated, and Kalyn had like a class schedule that would work with taking care of Pinky. I also didn't want to like uproot Pinky from her home and routine and whatever. So obviously with their permission, they would look after her for the few months I was gone. And then the kicker was I get a call while I was in DC from our roommate and goes, "Hey, so last night there was a fire and I had taken my smoke detector off because of the battery was beeping and I never replaced it. And my boyfriend ashed a joint in the trash can and the trash can caught on fire. And there were luckily sprinklers in the house, but because she had deactivated her smoke alarm, she didn't know. So the sprinklers turned on, flooded the entire first floor of our house. The water seeped into our carpeted rooms. And she found out the fire was happening. She was just upstairs because the fire department knocked on the door.
Because somebody smelled smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think they get alerted every time the like sprinklers go off in a
okay.
home.
That's good.
And I remember her saying to me, you know, I'm just like trying to stay positive right now. And I was like, you're trying to stay positive right now. I go, that's something you need to say in like a month. That's not like the day after you're like, I'm just, you know,
She was trying to will you into staying positive.
Yeah. Rough. And and there was shit that she brought out of my room that got burned and damaged, and she never paid me for it. She had to pay to fucking redo all the carpeting in the house. But luckily our lovely landlord at the time was also was the father of one of our other roommates. So like we were paying rent to one of our other roommates because they had purchased the house and whatever, and she was going there, and he was so lovely, and he came in and him and his family like redid all of our stuff, and like she had to pay for it, and she was like pissed about having to pay for it. I was like, bitch,
Girl, your boyfriend
almost burned down our house.
I'm sorry.
Why didn't he pay for it?
He probably he sounds like a fucking broke idiot if you ask me. Anyone that ashes in a trash can
You're an idiot.
is domeless.
Domeless.
Why are you ashing in a trash can?
You know
ash in
better.
a cup, ash in something that's not flammable,
that's
ash
true.
in a cup of water. That's
true.
actually genius and very easy.
Yeah.
What kind of degenerate stoner are you? And this is coming from a stoner.
Yeah.
Like,
This is coming from two degenerate stoners.
never set a fire with my
Never set a
joint.
fire with a
and
joint.
I have smoked a lot of joints.
Yeah. That is the worst roommate story. And it like obviously that plus the pinky thing, like our friendship was like over. Like I was
Yeah,
like, I
that
could
makes
literally
sense.
never
Why would
forgive
you
you.
want to be friends with
Oh,
that person?
absolutely not. I was like, but I wish her well.
Yeah, I wish her well.
I wish you well.
Audrey cut everything. Just kidding.
I love how we'll just be throwing it to Audrey now, like just
Saying
yeah.
Doesn't it feel like
Audrey's
a weight
our
off your
Jamie.
back?
Weight
Yeah.
off my back immensely. Audrey, our fucking queen editor. Audrey, put something in here to shout yourself out. Maybe a cute little photo. Our queen editor. If you've been noticing the quality of our episodes and clips have dramatically increased, it's because I'm no longer doing it on fucking CapCut. We have
I
a
also
wonderful
think
editor.
She's a lot better than us. No offense to us at editing clips. Like
Oh,
she
yeah.
adds like levels and
It's
depth.
so
Yeah.
funny too, because with the AI clip, the only direction I gave her was I was like, okay, let's do something funny here. Let's make this like a Koo Koo Roo inspired,
Cower?
whatever the fuck.
Like,
Rupee Cower, whatever the fuck you call her. The one who does the honey and milk bullshit.
Louis Theroux?
Yeah. Thoreau, I don't know what the fuck. You know what I'm talking about. The Instagram bitch who always be putting quotes up.
We
Her,
know.
Yeah.
We're aware of her.
I was just
My
like,
body was a flower and it opened.
yeah. So I said, let's
Wow.
make it like that. And then she was
So
like, hold
That's
my
probably
beer.
a poem that she wrote,
I'm
right?
sure it is.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's all of that.
She's wonderful. We love you, Audrey. You're
We
a
love
queen.
you, Rupee.
And we love you, Rupee.
Cuckoo.
Koo Koo Roo. R.I.P. man, I miss Koo Koo Roo.
It's coming back, boo.
Koo Koo Roo's coming back?
Yes.
Everybody stop what they're doing. Stop what they're doing.
This feels like
Actually,
a
come
free paid ad. No more.
Yeah, you know what? No more. No.
Wait,
Fuck you, Koo Koo Roo.
a chicken place that was in the early aughts in LA. Let me see what their
Chicken
status
place
is.
of the early aughts and calling it a chicken place feels
That chicken
too
was good,
elevated.
It's a charbroiled chicken place.
It was
I've
so
ever had-
good.
I think
You've
maybe
never
I've-
had it?
the
red
winking
chicken?
Why do you guys think I would have had Koo Koo
Oh,
Roo?
yeah.
That's
You've
true.
never been to a
That
dog.
was
I think
banned.
maybe I had like a bite sometime in some place, but then probably felt guilty and threw it up or something.
We are not pro
Late
anal.
2025, Koo Koo Roo.
No, not in an anorexic
Yeah.
way. In a like my
You're health conscious,
Let's
yeah.
see their Instagram.
the
Maybe we
gods that
can
my
get
mother and I worship
sponsored.
will see this.
Shout out Gina.
Shout out to Gina.
They posted in August that they're coming back. so
Ooh. Maybe there is a god.
Stay tuned.
Koo Koo Roo's coming back.
Oh, you know what? I texted you in facial blindness a clip. I just need to show it. I just need you guys to understand what I watched this clip too many times. It's Ray Fiennes and Angela Bassett.
Hot. Why aren't they married?
Look, it'd make my eyes water.
This song too.
I watched this so many times.
What is this movie?
I don't know.
This is
I
before they
didn't
had
see it.
This is before they had intimacy coordinators.
Yeah.
No, she apparently there was like an interview where she talked about it and she said that it was like the craziest on-screen kiss she'd ever had.
Really? Damn.
He has so much sex appeal. Even in Conclave, I was like,
Literally, even in Red Dragon, I've said this before.
Do you see?
I love Red Dragon. I love Ray Fiennes. You said even in Conclave?
Yeah.
I'm down.
No,
I'm not opposed.
sexy, and like Catholic, super Catholic Ray Fiennes. Well, you know that's my
Yeah, but it's like I think when like I know Conclave. I haven't seen it, but I've seen like the posters for it. It's definitely not like it's not like Fleabag Hot Priest. He's He's giving papal.
Yeah.
Yeah, babe. He's about to maybe be the Pope. We don't know. People are voting for him.
I need to look at a picture of Conclave Ray Fiennes right now.
I'm like, take off the robe, baby. Show me the robe underneath. Because they're probably wearing like 6 layers of robes.
They're probably wearing the Mormon underwear.
Okay.
Show it.
No, it's nice. No.
I don't care.
The hyperpigmentation
Show it
sound.
to the camera so you can see
Which one? This one?
that one.
Maybe it's, yeah, he just has.
I'm not saying no.
Not no.
Not
Exactly, not no.
That's crimson is a really nice color.
Something
on him.
about Catholicism is like, especially very
agree.
formal, is very sexy to me.
Yeah, it's
I-
like repressed.
I don't think that's what
Agree.
they're going for, but
I see it this angle. I see it from this angle.
yes. No, there were many. And the lighting in the movie was very like dark and ominous.
Mysterious,
A
yeah.
little Catholic yarmulke, whatever. What is that?
Yeah.
What is that? What
I
is
know
that
what
called?
those are called. I think it's only for like the
Catholic
high
kufi hat.
ranking.
Yeah.
Whatever it's called.
Should I expose myself with a dating update?
Yes.
Like, am I gay? Like, is that what's wrong with me that I keep choosing these idiots? Like, is
I don't
that
think
like?
you're gay.
I don't think I'm
dating
gay
is really
either.
hard in Los Angeles.
I don't think I'm gay
especially,
either,
'cause
but
the
I
type
just-
of men here are just oof.
I don't know. This
In
guy's.
general.
I had to like, as I called it, Dick Trek, which is Star Trek, but like.
She had to use a fast pass. To
I had
get
to use a
dick.
fast pass where it's like Star Trek Voyage. You're going to worlds and places that no one asked you to be and you shouldn't be. It's like Star Trek.
Yeah, it feels wrong.
I think I've kind of realized that as much as I've been like, oh, I want a relationship, like I think I'm not ready for one. I think I'm in too much of a transitional phase right now of my life where it's just not the right time. And so the people that I am attracted to or I am like starting things up with, like there's a clear and definite like expiration date or like major roadblock like distance that would prevent us forever being in a relationship. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is doable for me. And like once I had that realization where I was like, oh, I'm only really interested in right now in something that like I have complete control over and like I have to go
Yeah.
down to see this person. I have to like there's no molding my life around anything. And so to me, I'm like, okay, if that's where we're at, that clearly is not conducive for a relationship at this stage. Should something change, like I get kidnapped and go somewhere for 6 weeks, maybe that changes my mind. But right now, I feel like in this very moment, I am not finding or attracting like people with long-term potential. And also just
That's
on
okay.
the apps, it's like it's
Yeah.
not going to happen
None of
for
those
me.
people are. I think it's more to just like.
I will say though, the
practice.
one guy that did have like a really great hinge riz up for me. He was like, "You're hotter than my house that just burned. You're hotter than the fire that just burned down my house." And he had like a photo of him in front of the house like burning, and I was like, "Nah, that's a line."
That is a line.
I was like,
Did you meet him?
"No," I said, but he's going through some stuff, some family stuff. So I was like, I totally understand. And I actually checked in because I was like, that you guys never underestimate a good pickup line because that will stick with a girl, and if it makes her laugh,
It's
like
true.
she's
Yeah.
willing to put in the
We like
extra
pickup
effort.
lines. I don't know where that
I
got
love
lost somewhere
pickup
along the
lines.
way.
Yeah, but and good ones though. Like I'm not one that's like, hey, you're like if you just come in with hey, you're pretty. I don't really have it like.
No, it
"Thank
should be a
you,"
risk. It
like-
should be a risk. Where like
Yeah.
maybe you'll offend me, maybe
Yeah,
you won't, and that will
exactly.
determine.
This is some advice for our new male listeners.
Our 17% male listenership.
Assuming you're somewhat straight, listen.
Yeah.
Or if you're not straight,
If you're not straight,
honestly,
You
yeah.
should approach
pickup
me like
lines.
you approach going on Kill Tony. Like
Yes.
you really should.
100%.
You should have
agree.
it locked and loaded, and you should prepare.
Your tight 1 minute set should
Yeah.
be fucking prepped.
It should be quick, but
All
it should be
women want to
effective.
do is laugh.
All we want to do is laugh.
All we want to do is laugh. We don't care if you can be comfortable in yourself and make us laugh and be actually funny without the expense of, us.
You want
And-
some guy advice? I tell dudes to flirt with old ladies. Be sincere.
Yeah.
This is not a joke. This is like
No,
sincerely
yeah.
Flirt with an old lady. She's gonna love it, and you'll learn the rhythm.
Compliment
of
what they're
flirting.
wearing. Compliment their
Interesting.
perfume.
I'm not kidding you. I did that in my early 20s, and it definitely worked.
That's actually some
That's
solid
very
advice.
interesting.
That's some
I feel
solid
like
advice.
I do that with 22 to 25-year-old blonde white women in sororities. That's like kind of how I speak to them. I like compliment them, and I'm like, oh my god, you're so cute. And it like makes me. It's taught me how to like be in a kind of settled, secure energy
Yeah.
because of the way they respond to me.
Yeah.
That's really my demographic. Like most of those women you see on The Bachelorette, that's kind of my demographic.
I see
It's like a blonde white woman in marketing is like my demographic. And I kind of speak to them almost not like flirting.
No, yeah.
But I do, that's where I practice my stand-up.
Yeah.
And they think I'm so funny and they become very enamored with me. And if they're not enamored with me, it's like, okay.
No, yeah, no harm, no foul.
I guess I'm not going to rush.
That's a. I guess we're gonna take it
No
slow.
KKG for me.
Yeah.
I think that's a sorority.
It is. It is. Kappa Kappa
good.
Gamma. Panhellenic sisters. Ride till we die. Yeah. No, that's actually some good advice.
Till you die? Really?
Yo, I got a tattoo.
What? The moon?
Yeah.
Wait.
Found it on a
Am
rock.
I a sorority sister?
Yeah, you're honored Gamma Phi Beta. Gamma Phi Beta.
Wait, do you
let's
guys both have that
go.
tattoo independently?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Years
Oh,
apart.
I didn't even know
I got
that.
mine with
I thought it was a
Grace.
matching tattoo.
No.
Well, it is now. Night school.
Oh.
I got it matching with Grace McGrade when we were 18.
Oh. That's so crazy.
And then I stopped getting tattoos.
It's in the
apparently.
same,
Yeah, it's
almost
like
the
pretty,
same place,
pretty
right?
close.
yeah. This was the
Same
only one.
arm.
This is the only tattoo where I almost barfed.
Liana has one too, I
Oh,
think.
I was-
somewhere.
I literally, I
It's a
I
basic
looked at
bitch
it and I was like,
tattoo. Let's be honest. I saw a tweet that was like, your future wife might have a moon tattoo.
honestly, all baddies have moon tattoos.
It's
Wait,
true.
guys, can I talk? Do I have time to talk about one more thing?
yeah.
Okay, obviously this is one of the most tired subject matters of all time, but I just rewatched It Ends With Us with my friend last night because
I still
she
haven't
hadn't
seen
seen
it.
it. It's so good. But the whole, but there's my favorite thing about it
Hot take.
is that the whole movie, like her whole aesthetic, like obviously she dressed herself, Blake Lively dressed herself. But my favorite thing about It Ends With Us is that it really, the whole thematically, like all the set dressing, everything is, the theme of it is dark academia. And we were talking about
yeah,
dark
you're
academia, like what that
right.
is. It's like dark academia, if you don't know what it is, it's like a golden bird cage.
Yeah, with
like
like
a
black-
velvet tufted sofa with buttons. A bird's nest, but it's a hummingbird's nest and it's full of shit and like moss.
Yeah, there's like it's like
She
a
owns
certain
so in the movie
aesthetic.
she owns a flower shop.
Okay.
And the kind of flowers in it is like the kind where there's like sphagnum moss hanging off
Yes,
of it. And
yeah.
like everything is kind of like brown and maroon.
Ew.
And it's everything is dark academia. The whole time I was watching it with my friend, I was
That's
like, what is
so
this aesthetic?
funny.
What is this aesthetic? And then I realized every day that I write, my writing playlist is this classical playlist called Dark Academia.
That's so funny. So now
and I
we
was
know.
watching it and I was like, I find it so ugly, but I'm like kind of become like I've been thinking about dark academia.
So Hardly
lot.
Strangers, we're gonna have to find the costume designer, aka
Yes.
Blake Lively, and the
Weirdly-
set deck from It Ends With Us.
Weirdly,
for the
my
hard...
book would work in a dark
would.
academia
Oh,
world.
100%.
It's kind of like it was supposed to be written in like very kind of mid-century like Silver Lake vibe, but you could make it at dark academia.
You could
I can
play
imagine
around.
Max's house being a little dark academia.
Dark academia.
Oh my god, it's so bad.
Wait.
I every time I think the words dark academia, I just see someone hanging like a hummingbird's nest
Yeah,
as like a
with the-
That's
decorative
so
piece of
funny.
art. Like
Wait, who also like dark academia is like an aesthetic name is confusing me because that's literally what I would like call my family trauma is like dark academia. Like,
no, but it's
why
like,
That's the name
you
of the
know why?
episode
It's
is
called
Dark
that,
Academia.
It's called that because it's like you have a study. It's a lesser identified ugly aesthetic.
yeah.
And it's not steampunk because you and I were both talking about
No,
we
we
love
love
steampunk. I
steampunk.
love steampunk. I am a steampunk. Look at my skirt.
Yeah, you're very
I'm a fucking
steampunk
steampunk.
today.
All I'm missing is a pocket watch.
glasses.
Yeah,
And a monocle.
top hat.
Yeah, I need a top hat
Or a
and a
fedora.
monocle really badly. I
And
love
like some
steampunk.
metal like
and a raven.
accessories like
Yeah.
Mad Max little like
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for watching. Please, sorry, we have to cut it. We can't.
Dark
do
academia.
Dark academia. Honestly, maybe that's for night school. I mean, that's kind of like so apropos.
Yes.
let's redo
Can we change the name?
Yeah.
Oh.
Honestly, yeah. I think we should be dark
Maybe
academia
that's the name
now.
of the Patreon, Dark Academia. A night school production.
Wait, that's perfect.
Night
That's
school
so
production, Dark
perfect.
Academia.
Oh, it's like a perfect synonym for night and school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wait, that's crazy. We are Dark Academia. Thank you, Dark Academia fans.
All right, you guys, this has been Night School. Please like, comment, subscribe. Tell your friends about our podcast. That is the #1 way podcasts get shared and get spread around is when you guys tell your friends, hey, I think you'd really like this
We don't need them.
podcast.
We don't need them.
That's fine. I need them.
No, we
I
don't.
would really
It's
like to monetize
reverse
this.
psychology.
Whatever. Thank you guys for watching. We love you. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.